What's up everybody? In this video, I'll be showing you step by step on how you can use bandit signs in your wholesale business to generate additional leads in your business. Let's get into it. Now, the first thing that you would need to do is figure out where you want to place your bandit signs, because it doesn't make sense for you to get bandit signs and just place them in random areas, because if you're not putting them in the right areas, what will actually happen is you're going to get leads that you can't do anything with. So I use a buyer's list hack, which I learned from one of the greats, Max Maxwell. And I'm gonna be doing the same thing. I'm gonna go in the list source. We're not purchasing anything, but I'm just gonna get the list of zip codes where buyers are actually buying in the most. And those are the places where I'm gonna place my signs. Let's hop into my computer so I can show you how it's done. Now you're about to see exactly how I figure out where buyers are buying at by zip code. And this is gonna help me figure out where I should be placing my signs. So the very first thing I'm going to do is go to create your own. Hopefully you're following along with me. Then I'm going to go to counties. Then I'm going to go to state, which is North Carolina. I'm going to use my state. And then I'm going to go to Mecklenburg County. And you have to click the add button, so I put it in the selected county. And you see that we have a total amount of 306,000. So the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to go over to the tab property. And what we're going to do in this tab is click property type. Property type is important because you don't want to have cash buyers in your list that purchase mobile homes or purchase large multifamily units. You want to stick to a certain type of property. So we're going to click townhouses. That's one that we're going to add. Duplexes, triplexes, quads, and single family residence. Those are the type of properties that we normally put under contract and sell to our cash buyers, and that's what the cash buyers, those are the type of cash buyers that we're looking for. So the next thing that we'll do is go to equity percentage. We're not going to use any of these because this is saying, okay, this property has a mortgage. What we're going to do, we're going to go in and put from 99% to 100, and then we're going to click add. So that's free and clear properties that we're looking at now. So that brought the list down to 19,000. Now we're going to go over to options, and we're going to change it from no preference to absentee owner, because we don't want cash buyers that actually occupying the property. Then trustee owned properties, we're going to exclude that. Corporate owned properties, we're going to click no preference on that. Address completeness requirements, we're going to click both mailing and property address complete. And also we're gonna have to head back over to the property tab because I left one out. Last market sale date, and we're gonna change that to last 12 months. So as you can see, we went down to 4,691 properties that was sold in the last 12 months. But what we've just done, we just created a cash buyers list that you can actually purchase if you want to. You don't have to, but we just created this list, and now only thing that we have to do is figure out what zip codes that the buyers are buying in the most. So now we're going to go to purchase list. We're not going to purchase it. And we're going to go to purchase partial list. So like I said, you see we have a total of 4,000 here. We're going to go down to custom selection, and we're going to go to zip codes. This is all we need. So what we're going to do, we're going to export. And you can put in whatever email address that you want to. I'm going to block my email address out, but it's going to send a copy to your email address. All right, so now that we are in the Excel spreadsheet, you see that these records showed you the amount of cash transactions that happened in the past year in every zip code in Mecklenburg County. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to highlight this row, and I'm going to sort by largest to smallest. So most of the cash transactions have been happening in these zip codes. So now we know that these are the zip codes that we want to put bandit signs in, because it's a lot of cash transactions over there. So I'm going to use one of the zip codes as an example. I'm going to just pick a random one. So let's do 28213. It has 258 cash transactions. And I'm going to show you how I determine where I put my bandit signs. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to maps, and we're going to type in 28213. I know this is an area that's in 28213. What I'm going to do, I'm going to type in W.T. Harris Boulevard, North Tryon Street, because that's an area I always drop bandit signs in. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you what I do before I head out to drop my bandit signs. So this is a large intersection where you can see there's a lot of traffic. I would drop a bandit sign here. I'll drop one on that corner, I would drop one in this corner, and I would drop one in this corner. So in order to do that, what I normally do is go to your places, click on maps, and what you want to do, you want to create a map. And now it's time to just drop your pins. I drop pins on every location that I'm going to put bandit signs. And if you see any other location when you go out there, it's easy for you just to drop your bandit signs if you see another location you think would be great to put bandit signs. Now, if you're enjoying this content so far, please just take 1 second, hit the like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell, because that'll help YouTube see that this content is valuable and they'll push it out to more people. And we do have a goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers by August. So just take 1 second and hit that subscribe button. Now let's get back into the video. So that's basically my strategic strategy when it comes down to me dropping bandit signs in different zip codes. Because when you do it that way, you don't have to ride around and find areas to drop your bandit signs. If you already have your pins dropped in a certain location, it's going to make it way easier for you, because you're just getting the shareable link from Google Maps, sending it to your phone, and you just go to every location you drop a pin. So now, instead of you figuring out a different area to drop your pins, you drop your bandit signs at that location, and if you see any new areas, you drop the bandit signs there. So you will want to take additional signs out whenever you're dropping your bandit signs. And I know you probably like, well, where do we get these bandit signs from? I use a website called Dirt Cheap Signs, and I've been using them for years. And what I normally do, because I normally go out once a week to drop bandit signs, and if you're going to drop 50 a week, then you know that you will need 200 for the month. But if you want to save yourself some money, if you want to order for 2 months and get 400 or 500, they have it set to where the more you order, the less you will pay. But yeah, you will spend a little bit more, but what that's going to help do is you will have a stack of bandit signs with you at all times, so wherever you ever see a location, you can just drop your sign. But that's the website that I use, and when you go on there, please make sure that you pay attention to whether you're getting double-sided bandit signs or if you're using the wire stakes, because you want to make sure you get the right signs for a wire stake, or if you're putting it on a wooden pole, you want to make sure you get the right signs for the wooden pole. But that's how you can generate more revenue with bandit signs in your business. Now let's get into the best practices when it comes to bandit signs. Drop your bandit signs on the weekends. In my area, I normally go out late on a Friday night when everybody is sleeping, and I drop my bandit signs so it can be up all weekend, because most of the time it's going to be taken down by next week, Wednesday or Tuesday, or whenever someone spots it. And it may be other wholesalers taking your signs down. It's definitely going to be city workers that may take your sign down. And whenever you're doing that, make sure you don't have your personal phone number on the signs, because you don't want people calling your personal phone number, and you want to be able to distinguish between somebody that you may know calling and a seller calling. And I know you're probably like, where would I get the phone numbers from? So the next thing that's important is using a service such as CallRail. And I don't know how much CallRail is currently. I think it's like $49 or $59. I don't use CallRail. I'm able to get phone numbers through REI Reply through a Twillo account. And Twillo is way cheaper than using CallRail, because you only pay $1 per phone number. And like I said, you know, you pay 0.0075 cents to send text messages and everything through REI Reply. But that will be the actual phone numbers that you will use, your Twillo numbers or your CallRail numbers, and you will put that on the sign so you'll be able to track where the calls are coming from. Of course, if you put a certain phone number on your sign, you know that the calls are coming from the sign. Check out my wholesaling playlist here, and I'll see you next time.